What's going on, my friends? Listen, today I look a little bit different, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit tired, but we still went live. We still have to talk about what's going on right now in portions of Missouri, really. But we know that severe weather is going to be moving towards the east, and we're talking about the threat of seeing some severe weather over the next few days. So, yeah, we have to get into it. Obviously, right now, we're just now starting the stream. I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna have to prepare this stuff together, okay? So we'll make the graphics as we go. But yeah, we right now, so not that long ago, we did have a tornado warning. Let's see, and I believe they just issued a new one just now, so I'll go ahead and zoom into that. Give me 1 second. Today's gonna be kind of like a Friday night, soft-spoken type of thing, because like I said, I'm tired, okay? But 1 minute ago, um, what? Hold on, because these people be wild. But people be, I'm sorry, I just saw a message. Again, people messaging me outside of work hours when, yeah, this is not correct. You understand? But anyways, what's going on, Johnny Melancholy? Thank you so much for joining me today. Give me 1 second, y'all. I have to answer. Give me 1 second. This is drama. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. All right. Anyways, we're back. All right. So listen, we do have to talk about what we're gonna be expecting here over the next few days. And obviously what we're seeing right now, we do have a tornado warning on the ground. I'm sorry about that. I had to answer, a work-related text. They kind of pissed me off a little bit, but that's okay. Listen, that's why we're on YouTube tonight. So we can distract ourselves from the nonsense. You get me? But listen, Wesley, what's going on? Take your time. Listen, yeah, I just muted that person. You get me? It's like, don't be texting me at 7:30 on a Friday, bro. I'm not gonna be answering at 7:30 my time, at least. I'm not gonna be answering you. I'm answering my people on YouTube. That's it. That's it. That's the only people I care about right now. Anyways, tornado warning right now in portions of Missouri. This is gonna expire at 7:15 p.m. Central Time. All right. Here is the full information. We're talking about Franklin County and Gasconade County in Missouri. Okay, so right here we're talking about radar indicated rotation with this. We're talking about tornado and quarter size hail. So some areas that could be impacted by this is Mount Sterling at around 6:35 p.m. So 2 minutes ago. So right around this time, potentially impacting Mount Sterling if we do have a tornado on the ground right now. Drake. Interesting name. Around 6:40 p.m. Rosebud around 6:50 p.m. Another place that may be getting impacted by this is Bay. All right, so we'll continue talking about this particular tornado warning. Hold on, because we actually do have some live cams, as you could see on the screen. All right, so we could potentially find a live cam of where this particular tornado warning is. Let me zoom out. And by the way, I'm also going to show you guys some of the watches that we have in effect. I think the only one right now would be the tornado watch. Okay, I see where this is on the map. Yes, all good. Okay, perfect. Thank you guys. Thank you, Wesley, and thank you, Johnny. But listen, this is going to be like a soft-spoken, relaxed live because I am tired today. But we're still here. We're still going to give you the information that you need. So this is around Gerald and Owensville. So I'm going to look for a camera there. In the meantime, let me show you guys the potential rotation with this. Let me turn this layer off with the, there you go. Give me 1 second. It's going to load up. Storm relative velocity should be loading up there. Okay, again, not great. Let me see if I click a different radar site. Give me a second here. Okay, I clicked on that one. Let's see. Let's see if this one gives us a better picture. No, because it doesn't even reach. So we'll go back to this radar site. All right. So brand new tornado warning currently in effect right here in Missouri. And I promise you guys I'm going to get a better program. I would have to assume that if we're seeing rotation right now, if there is a tornado on the ground, it would be right around here. All right. Anyways, let me see. Let me try to see if we can get up a camera of this particular area. Ooh, I think maybe this is not that far from there. Let's see. No, this is not it. And plus, it's just a picture. We don't care about pictures here. We need video. We need live video. Let me zoom out once again. So this is right above Leesburg on the I-44. Right above Leesburg on the I-44. Let's see. What about in relation to Rolla? Okay, so a little bit more up from Rolla. Let's see if we can find a camera here. But anyways, listen, thank you guys for joining me today, by the way. As you can see, I look a little bit different today. I am tired as heck. So, you know, my hair, I look like, you know, I got electrocuted or something. I'm tired. I was going to do my hair, but I'm like, I don't need to do my hair for tornado warnings. This is the point of the tornado warning. You know, if there's a tornado, your hair is going to be messed up. So I'm in the theme. I'm with the theme. Okay. Alrighty. While these cameras are trying to load, let's talk about some of the watches that we currently have in effect. So we do have a tornado watch right now in Missouri that is currently in effect. Okay, this doesn't include St. Louis, but obviously we could see some watches that may be issued later on tonight as the storms continue to make their way towards the east. So this is going to include Missouri here. We're talking about obviously the chance of seeing a couple of tornadoes, but in addition to that, we're also talking about the chance of seeing some winds right around 70 miles per hour, hail 1 inch in diameter as well. So if you live anywhere in here, you do have that tornado watch. And we'll talk about the general severe thunderstorm watch as well, because obviously we're not just going to be talking about Missouri. We're also seeing alerts across central portions of the country in general, right? So we're going to be talking about that as well. But here's that tornado watch. This is going to include Columbia, Missouri, Rolla, hopefully I say that correctly, Lebanon, Mountain View, Eldon, right? And then right outside of this St. Louis area, we're also in that. And this is going to be in effect at least until 11 p.m. Central Time, all right? Now let's see if we have any mesoscale discussions up. Okay, so we do, but that one was already turned into the tornado watch that we currently have in effect. And we do have the chance of seeing some very heavy rainfall as well here in the green from Iowa into Illinois and into Wisconsin as well. All right. So here is the chance of seeing some severe weather as we head into, you know, the rest of the next couple of hours here. Let me turn off the site label so that you guys could see this clearly. And let me just double check on the SPC website. So, okay, this was issued, let me see. Okay, this was issued a few hours ago, so this is going to be eventually updated for the overnight hours, but this has been the chance throughout the day today of seeing some severe weather. Let me fix this because these are not the right colors. So like I mentioned, we're doing this a little bit a cappella today. All right. So let me bring this up on the screen. I'm going to fix this. Give me 1 second. CoCap, marginal here. These are the correct color, not the red, not the red. Give me a second. I'm about to fix the red. All right. And there you go. So we're talking about a marginal to slight risk of seeing some severe storms. So mainly we're talking about the chance of seeing uh stronger winds, right? So that has been the severe weather threat for today. So with that, here, let me bring this up. Let me not reproduce this. This is what I'm going to show you guys. So here's that chance of seeing some stronger end winds with the severe storms in this area. So in the brown, we're talking about a 5% risk of seeing some winds over 60 miles per hour. The good news is that we don't have that black shaded area that sometimes we do have and that we've been seeing over the last couple of weeks, which would include the chance of seeing 75-mile-per-hour winds. So that's not necessarily the what we're expecting for today. So that's the good news, but still 60-mile-per-hour winds, that's very strong, right? There is a chance of seeing some larger hail, so 1 inch in diameter here from Missouri, Illinois, and even over here into Colorado and New Mexico. But yeah, here is that tornado risk, all right, for tonight. So that's why we do have that tornado watch that's currently in effect over this area, and that's going to be in effect until 11 p.m. Central Time. So 5% risk right in here in the brown. So I'll go ahead and zoom in so you guys see. So places like Owensville, Rolla, Piedmont, as well as Columbia, within that 5% risk for tonight as well. And then in the greater areas here, like for example, St. Louis, Quincy, Chester, even Cape Girardeau, Poplar Bluff, we do still have that chance of seeing an isolated tornado, but we're talking about a 2% risk. So it's not a super high risk. So that's the good news with that. All right, but either way, we have to watch this very closely. There are some of the warnings that we're seeing right now. All right, it's really this main area that we're currently seeing with the majority of the activity and the majority of the alerts at this time. So let me zoom in once again. If you're just now tuning in, tornado warning right here into portions of Missouri. And I will bring this up. We are talking about, I will tell you now, Franklin and Gasconade. Hopefully I said that correctly. Gasconade counties in Missouri until 7:15 p.m. We're talking about the chance of seeing a tornado with this. There's some of the information on the screen. In addition to that, we're talking about quarter-size hail that could be possible as well. Impacts to, for example, Rosebud around 6:50 p.m. We're also talking about impacts to Mount Sterling, Drake, as well as Bay, okay? B-A-Y, not B-A-E, all right? I know it's Friday night, but we're not on that type of time right now. All right, so please make sure that if you do live in this area that you are going to the lowest level of your home, in the most interior room, okay? In the most interior room, and the idea is to put as many walls as you can between you and the outside, all righty? And by the way, thank you guys for subscribing. I'm only 7 subscribers away from 2,830, and you guys are about to hear some sirens in the background. Do you hear that? That's the Popo. They're trying to come get me. No, I'm kidding. I have to stop with that dumb joke. But listen, in the background, sometimes you're gonna hear some crazy stuff. I live on a very busy intersection, so that's what the problem is. Okay. We have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning over here because we also have activity for areas a bit further towards the west. All right, so this was issued at 6:44 p.m. Central or 5:44 p.m. Mountain Time, okay? I'm going to bring up the information right now. This is for portions of New Mexico, okay? So we're talking about Curry, Quay, Roosevelt, and Harding counties in New Mexico. Until 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, we're talking about 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, as well as small hail that's going to be possible. At the Tucumcari Airport, we've already reported with this. By the way, it's the bigger box here. It's this larger box. We've already reported 72-mile-per-hour winds with this particular storm. And this is going to include impacts, for example, to Tucumcari, Quay, Logan, San John, Grady, House, Wheatland as well. We also have another severe thunderstorm warning closer to the area that we are currently watching over here. And this was issued right around 6:44 p.m. Central. So it's this larger box right in here. Severe thunderstorm warning, okay? And here we're talking about portions of Missouri. So this would be for Dent County until 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We're talking 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail as well. We're also talking about impacts, for example, to places like Salem, Turtle, Jadwin, as well as Howells Mill, Darien, Stonehill, and Gladden. All right, I'm also going to talk a little bit about what we're expecting into the overnight hours. So let me bring that up. Okay. Guys, we can't be, this is in English. I might do a Spanish stream later on, but we got to keep it, one language. Because if I start speaking Spanish, everybody's going to get off the live stream. All right. I speak Spanish. I work, on Spanish stations, but we got to keep it, so people can understand. Anyways, let's see. I'm trying to see here. What's going on, Raul? How's it going? And also extra XTR Caracer. Okay, there you go. We also have let me see here. In portions of New Mexico, we also have a flash flood warning that has now been issued for portions of Donna Ana County. So please make sure that you're being very careful with that. Turn around, do not drown. Very important. All right. So what was I going to do next? Okay, what I want to show you guys is the future radar with what we can expect into the overnight. But before we even do that, Raúl, por favor, no estamos hablando de eso ahorita, ok? Gracias, pero no estamos hablando de eso y aparte esto es en inglés, por favor. Estamos hablando de otra cosa, gracias. Anyways, alrighty. We also have the chance of seeing some flash flooding. So into tonight, we are talking about the chance of seeing some isolated flash flooding here, particularly from Wisconsin into Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, as well as Illinois. All right, and this stretches down into the southeast. For tomorrow, this is going to stretch even further towards the east here as these storms continue to move towards the east as well. And then even on Sunday, we're talking about a chance of seeing some flash flooding too over here up into the northeast. Now, let me show you guys the future radar. Let me bring that up really quickly. Here, I'm going to load this up so that we can talk about what we're expecting here into the overnight. And let me change a couple of things. We got to change this up a little bit so that, oops, there we go. All right. So let me turn this on here. Alrighty. So obviously the strongest of the storms. Oh my God. Jeez Louise. Anyways, it's kind of annoying. The strongest of the storms are going to be down here. Okay. So as we move forward into time, we're going to be dealing with some stronger storms into the nighttime, obviously, which is what we're currently seeing. And by the way, I am watching the watch list. All right. So remember, we do still have that tornado warning that continues to be in effect. And this would be for portions of Missouri. Okay. So once again, if you're just joining, we're talking about Franklin and also Gasconade counties in Missouri. Now, what can we expect over the next few hours? As these storms move over this particular area, obviously they could be severe. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna, up here, let me move it a little bit so we can see, and let's go like this. Let's move this a little. All right, so up here, you're gonna see the time. So obviously we're past 4 p.m. Right now it's already 7 p.m. We already have storms over this area. All right, so this is quickly going to move towards the east here. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So for example, in a place like, let's zoom in a little bit more here. Because even in Arkansas, we could potentially see some of these storms moving in. All right, so we'll push forward into time. In about an hour or so, we're talking about storms that are going to be heading towards portions of southeastern Missouri. And potentially even in St. Louis, we could already start to see some of those storms. And then this will quickly continue moving towards the east. But obviously, once we head into the overnight hours, the chances are going to be a little bit lower. All right. Now, I'm going to zoom out for 1 second because if you happen to live over here, you're going to be storming all night all across Wisconsin, all across Michigan as well, and even into portions, for example, of Indiana. Um, but we're not talking about severe weather for you guys as we head into tonight. So that's the good news. We're talking about severe weather over here. And so sorry, I don't know what's going on outside with all the sirens. If you hear that, I promise they're not coming to pick me up, okay? I promise you that. So because of this, here's that tornado watch. This is going to be in effect until 11 p.m. Central Time. We're also talking about hail, 1 inch in diameter, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Now, clearly right now, we also have a brand new tornado warning, which I'm going to show you guys right now. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Okay, so that's not even in Missouri. So let me zoom in. This is in Iowa. We have a brand new tornado warning right now. Here we go. Let's bring the information up on the screen. Brand new tornado warning that has now been issued. This is going to be in effect until 7:45 p.m. in portions of Linn County in Iowa. We are talking obviously about the possibility of a tornado. The good news is that we're not necessarily expecting any other severe level threats here. But yeah, obviously a tornado is very dangerous. Please make sure that you're getting to the lowest level of your home in the most interior room. Okay, and this is mostly for rural portions of Linn County in Iowa. And by the way, Iowa is not even in the risk for today for the tornado risk. So let me bring that up on the screen so that you could see. I'm backing up slowly here. I'm going to bring that up on the screen really quick. Look. So that tornado warning that's in effect, it's not even in there. So yeah, guys, we got to obviously be watching this very closely with these tornado warnings that we're going to be seeing and the severe thunderstorm warnings as well. What's going on, Rafa? Okay, so brand new tornado warning in Linn County in Iowa, rural area of Iowa. Now let's go back to the models. Okay, so what can we expect? Because by the way, guys, as we head into tomorrow, we also have the chance of seeing some severe weather. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that up. So here's for tomorrow. And we're going to bring this up here. So if you live in areas a little bit further towards the east, we are talking about the potential of obviously seeing some severe weather for you. And as of right now, we're not expecting anything too crazy. But again, like we've been seeing with the past few days of severe weather, obviously that could change, right? As we head into tomorrow, depending on how the conditions are tomorrow. But if you live in areas, for example, like Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, even Georgia, even portions of Mississippi, your severe weather risk is going to exist as well. All right. So this is going to include Indianapolis, Nashville, Knoxville, for example, Huntsville, Birmingham as well. Right. And within this threat for tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and show you. Let's bring this back to day 2. There is an isolated tornado threat for tomorrow as the storms push east. And this is going to be in Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky. So here we're talking about Indianapolis, Dayton, Cincinnati, Lexington, as well as Louisville. Now, it's only a 2% risk, so it's a lower end risk, but regardless, we have to be watching this very closely, right? Now, we also have the chance of seeing some hail, some larger end hail, right? And that's going to be, let me see, hold on. Oh, actually, so right now, either the hail risk is not coming up on the screen or they changed it. So let me go back and make sure about the hail risk for tomorrow. Because if not, then we're talking about a wind risk then. Okay, the SPC website doesn't want to cooperate. Well, for sure, we're talking about the chance of seeing some stronger end winds. This is what I get for just going on live without actually completely preparing. Here's that wind risk for you. So we're talking about winds over 60 miles per hour. The good news is for tomorrow, so far, we don't have a hatched area for 75 miles per hour or more, but we do have the chance of seeing 60-mile-per-hour winds or more. And we're talking about in the yellow, a 15% chance of that from Kentucky into portions of Tennessee and Alabama. In the brown, we're talking about a 5% risk as well of seeing that, the stronger winds with the storms that we see for tomorrow. Okay, so for this particular area, yeah, We're not expecting necessarily crazy hail for tomorrow in this area. It's mostly going to be wind and maybe an isolated tornado threat. Again, this could change. So let's look at the future radar for tomorrow. So I'll bring up the categorical risk here, and then we'll also at the same time bring up, not that, that's not what we wanted. Give me 1 second. Yo, what's going on over here? Okay, there we go. Listen, we're trying our best here. So that the model is loading up so I can show you guys what we're expecting. By the way, I kind of would rather show the her. Give me a second. Let's stop that. Let's bring up maybe the her model because I hope that it's a lot. Okay, yeah. So this is going to be a much more updated model. So that's going to load up there. I hope. Let's see. Load loop. No, it doesn't want to load the loop. Give me 1 second. So we'll go her reflectivity for the next 18 hours. Load that up. There you go. It's loading. Thank God. Thank God. So that's kind of a loop of what we're expecting as we head into tomorrow. So that way you guys are mentally prepared here. And thank you guys so much for subscribing. I'm only 6 subscribers away from 2,830. Guys, I'm usually a little bit more put together than this. Today I look kind of crazy because I'm tired, yo. It's Friday. Friday is like my most tired day ever of the week. Okay? What's going on, Carrie? Thank you for joining. Man, you always get excited about the storms. All right. Let's see what we're talking about here. I know, mijo. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to block this guy because he's like, I've already told him in Spanish to stop, bro. I'm sorry, man. I'm not trying to be mean, but like he keeps and giving me demands and stuff. Sir, excuse me. Ain't nobody's. What? I have one boss. Like, I have two bosses. That's it. No more than that. Yo, why are you trying to tell me what to do, sir? And I already told him I need to speak in English because we're doing this. This is an English channel. If I started talking Spanish to respond to him a couple hours, like not hours ago, a few minutes ago, and like a bunch of people dropped off the live stream, bruh. You know, I have no problem with speaking Spanish, but this is an English program. We can't change it. Imagine you're watching CNN and then they start speaking Spanish out of nowhere and you don't speak Spanish. Carrie says, I had storms last night, so I'm tired. You didn't keep them away. Yeah, look, in Nebraska, and Omaha. Listen, weather roast, do it. I already blocked him. It's okay. Yo, but I keep telling, and then he's telling me what I gotta do. Sir, relax. All right? So, let's first overlay what we're expecting. And by the way, obviously, as the severe thunderstorm warnings come up and as the tornado warnings come up, we're going to be talking about them, okay? And we're also going to be looking at some live cameras as well. So let us show for tonight and the risk. So let's move forward into time. So this is showing us around 8 p.m. Central Time, right? So in the severe area, and I'll show the non-severe area too for any of my people in areas of, for example, the Great Lakes, right? So around 8 p.m., we're talking about storms approaching St. Louis, all right? Storms in portions of northwestern Arkansas. Let me zoom in for my people over here. We're talking about storms over Houston, Missouri, leaving Springfield, moving into portions of Illinois. So we're talking about Davenport seeing storms around that time. Carrie, he wasn't listening, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Cedar Rapids still going to be dealing with those storms as well. And then we'll move forward into time, let's say midnight Central Time. This will quickly move into portions of Illinois. All right. More than likely by that time, losing the majority of the severe weather risk here in portions of Illinois into the overnight hours. But down here, okay, we're still talking about the possibility of some of these storms being on the severe end for places like Cape Girardeau, Poplar Bluff, places like Jonesboro down here in Arkansas with that risk, okay? So that's going to be right around midnight Central Time. And then we'll push forward into time here. Let's call it 3 a.m. and I'll back up there. Still having some storms, but I believe most of these storms will no longer be of the severe variety. Maybe back here in Iowa around that time, some of them will still be on the severe side. But then we push forward into time, right? And the majority of the line of stronger storms moving in towards the east here, okay? Now, by the time we reach 7:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, that's already day 2. Right now we're looking at day 1, which is for tonight. This would be day 2. So as these storms make their way towards the east, okay, we are talking about initially in the morning, yeah, some storms rolling through. But I do believe that the more severe storms would be later on into the afternoon hours, okay, when we get that instability. Now, let me see. Checking in from Chicago, haven't caught your wives and thank you so much, the Wolf Angel 81. Thank you so much, Rafa. Today I look a little bit crazy, but look, if you guys want to subscribe, I'm here for it. I'm only 6 subscribers away from 2,830, okay? So let me back up, by the way, before I even talk about tomorrow. If you live up here, so for my friend in Chicago, the Wolf Angel 81, you're going to be dealing with storms once again, unfortunately. All right. So especially into the overnight, so we're talking right around 3 a.m., you're going to get some storms, but they're not going to be severe. Okay. So that's going to be the case for a lot of Wisconsin and moving into Michigan as well. Right. And then eventually by tomorrow morning into Ohio, but we're not necessarily expecting those storms to be of the severe variety. Now I'm going to back up here. Let's take a look over here at the severe threat for tomorrow. But for that, I do want to pull up a different model. Let's pull up, because this one, the HRRR obviously only lets us go out so far. Well, I can do the HRRR 48-hour one. So we can talk about, further into time, if you will. And talk about the future. I'm not a psychic, but we're talking about the future. Okay? What's going on, Gray Guy? Yep, a rainy weekend. Yep, the Wolf Angel. The Windy City is going to become the rainy city this weekend, all right? So let's talk about the severe threat for tomorrow. Like I said, isolated tornado threat for tomorrow in this area, okay? And the chance of seeing some winds over 60 miles per hour too, with any storms that form over this area, all righty? So let's move forward into time. So as we head into tomorrow morning, yeah, we'll have storms over this area. So we're talking Indiana, Ohio, into Kentucky, into Nashville, well, into Tennessee generally, right? Into portions of, this would be Alabama, and even into portions of Georgia, potentially seeing the severe threat, right? But then we're going to have, look at this, it's kind of going to be kind of similar to what we saw today, all right? As we head into the late afternoon and into the evening hours tomorrow, you're going to see how another line of storms develops right along this area. So here, this is 2:30 p.m., for example, right? So the first round was in the morning. Okay, we got some storms. Cool. Then the second round, look, strong line of storms developing right around 6 p.m. Central or 7 p.m. Eastern. And these will push towards the east. So I'll zoom in to this area a little bit more so you could see. Now, they're going to try to hold together into the nighttime, kind of similar to what we're seeing tonight. So once again, if you live in this area shaded in the green and in the yellow, you're going to have the chance of seeing some severe weather. I wouldn't say so much necessarily in the morning. I would say more so tomorrow in the afternoon, where we have the daytime heating, a little bit more instability, and then we have that chance of those storms being of the stronger kind. All right. Now, for my people a little bit further towards the north, yeah, you're going to be dealing with a very rainy Saturday tomorrow across Michigan, across Iowa as well. Ohio. I told you Friday, my brain is fried. Okay. And then eventually, as we head into Sunday, more storms are going to be moving towards the east. So with that being said, we can talk about the severe weather threat for Sunday as well. And by the way, you guys, please make sure you subscribe. I will love you forever and ever. So here's the threat for Sunday. Now let's bring up, by the way, the SPC outlook on the screen so that these colors make a little bit more sense to you. If you're in the green, level 1 out of 5 chance of seeing some severe weather for this upcoming Sunday. So yeah, what we're seeing right now is going to push towards the east. Okay, so if we move into Sunday, we're talking about obviously once again afternoon into the evening, storms developing over this area. All right, but lower end risk there. Now, let me very quickly show you guys once again, and I'm going to have to delete some of the stuff I have over here because it's kind of difficult to see. We do have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning, by the way, so we'll go ahead and zoom into that. Brand new severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued. By the way, you guys, all the tornado warnings have been allowed to expire. So that's the good news. Right now, no tornado warnings, but we do have a tornado watch, which I'm going to show on the screen once again in just 1 second. But hey, look, in portions of Oklahoma, we have a severe thunderstorm warning right now. This is going to be in effect until 7:45 p.m. Central Time. We're talking 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and also nickel-sized hail. And there's a freaking fly flying around my house. It's the same fly that's been here for like this whole week. I don't understand. It's just one fly. It just comes where I am. If I'm sitting here, the fly comes here. Bro, leave me alone. Anyways, northeastern Lawton, southeastern Fort Sill, central high, and also Hullen. Okay, I just killed it. Thank God. I caught you slipping. I caught the fly slipping. I was walking all slow. Like, you're not going to be protected here? You're dead. All right? Hopefully they're not watching me from what's the organization that protects the animals. Anyways, this also includes Hullen. By the way, guys, if you want to subscribe, as you can see, we have fun here. We kill flies. We block people from the chat if we have to, if they say they're not listening to me. Okay? No, I'm kidding. But if somebody's being disrespectful or they're not, you know, come on, man. If you want to witness this, make sure that you subscribe. Okay? So we're talking about Comanche, Stephens, and also Cotton counties. Now, it looks like... Okay, no, we're not talking about that area because right now, no offense, but we have to stay where the severe storms are. So, no tornado warnings on the map right now. Tornado watches, yes, we do have that. Let's see if there's any. By the way, we should check if there's any new mesoscale discussion since we've been live. Here's a tornado watch. Okay, obviously, maybe could we see tornado warnings outside of this? Sure, because we just saw that in Iowa not that long ago. Give me 1 second. Excuse me. Had to clear my throat. Okay. Tornado watch. This is going to be in effect until 11 p.m. Central Time in portions of Missouri. And in addition to obviously seeing a couple of tornadoes, we're talking about 1-inch hail, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well. And this is going to include places, for example, like Mountain View, Rolla, Lebanon, Eldon, Columbia as well. And this is right outside of St. Louis, which, by the way, we are watching on our live cam right now on the screen. So that's cool there. Let me see. Raffle, I don't remember. Where do you live again? I'm sorry. Maybe I was wrong. It doesn't seem too bad. I think I'm just cooked. It was 108 here in Southwest Oklahoma. Yeah. The heat is too much. Carrie, it's like I'm dead in the arms of an angel. Does that ever happen to you guys? Let's say, or you have like a little tiny fly that's in your house and it just goes where you are and it tries to go like in your ear. Like what? Why? Why can't you go over there somewhere? Why does it have to be right here? I don't understand. Cue the sad commercial. The one that's like, in the arms of an angel. Oh my goodness. Okay, yes. Rafa, my friend, we're focusing on this area, okay? I can't start talking about South Florida out of nowhere, all right? So whatever the live is about, that's what we're talking about, my friend. We're 5 subscribers away from 2,830. If you would like to subscribe, go ahead and be my guest, all right? Any mesoscale? Any mesoscale? No more mesoscale discussions at this time. All right, obviously it's very active over here with the severe storms and with everything moving through right now. Obviously, we already went over what we're expecting over the next few days. But yeah, this is the deal right now. Let me back up. Why does this always, the map always does this? Let me go ahead and press play on this. So this is the evolution over the last few hours. Obviously, the majority of the alerts down here in Missouri. I know, I'm grounded. No, you're good, man. It's just, if the live is about one thing, we can't just randomly start talking about a completely different part of the country. You get me? Because I gotta look this up. I'm trying to stay focused, you know? And then I get off track. It's a whole situation. You get me? Let me see. Let me see if we see any interesting live cams here. I probably have to reload this. Give me 1 second. Surprisingly, Missouri does have some live cameras. There's a lot of places that they don't have live cameras for whatever reason. And it's kind of like, why? Why don't you have live cameras? Okay, and apparently now they don't work. So how come that one works? The one that I have on the screen right now. Okay, some of them are working, I guess. Let's zoom in. Here's the alerts over the past couple of hours here. So right past Rolla, I think. Rolla, okay, here. We should see some storms in this one. A lot of these, let me see. I'm trying to get you guys some action on the screen here. You get me? Not that type of action. I'm talking storms. I'm trying to see. Okay, you could, I guess you could kind of see over here. Let me show you. I'm going to give, this is what I get for not preparing ahead of time. All right. Looks kind of cloudy over here. Looks, even though the quality is not great, you can kind of tell that the roads are slick after the storms move through. But right now, over this particular area, not necessarily raining right now. But obviously, we continue to have an active pattern in this area. Maybe for areas a little bit more towards the east. Yeah, towards the east here. No, look, okay, we're looking at the wrong roadway. I think that's why. Let me zoom into the I-70. I think the I-70 is going to have a little bit more activity going on here. Or not. Let's see. The camera's kind of shaking a little bit. That's something, right? Let me see. A little bit more this way. Man, I'm trying to find, some activity here. Give me 1 second. And by the way, thank you guys for subscribing. 2 subscribers away now from 2,830. You guys know. Guys, if I could make it to 3,000 subscribers, I will be so happy. Okay, look. Here we have something going on. Thank God. There you go. Kind of. It's not even that crazy over here either. We have to see. Let's try to zoom into, like, where's the worst storms right now? Where there's cameras, because obviously we know where the alerts are, obviously. But oh my God, they have a city named Cuba. Look, they have a city named Cuba in Missouri. I'm half Cuban. Let me see. So that's near St. James. Rolla. Where's Cuba? Hold on. What is that? Sullivan. Okay, hold on. From Sullivan, a little bit further down would be Cuba. Oh, I found it. That was the camera I showed y'all before. Hold on. It's loading. It's loading. Please, God, work. Please. It doesn't want to work, y'all. This is what it looks like right now. Terrible. Okay. Clearly, this is not really working out. Okay, here we go. We found something, y'all. Look. This is the I-44 St. James mile marker 194. This is what we're seeing right now in portions of Missouri with the activity going on over here. All right. We do have a few severe thunderstorm warnings currently in effect for portions of Missouri. One of those areas would be Dent County in Missouri. And this is for 60-mile-per-hour winds, quarter-size hail. We're talking about potential impacts to a place called Turtle. That's an interesting name. Howells Mill, Stonehill, and Gladden. So 60-mile-per-hour winds, quarter-size hail. That will be possible there. let's see. Another, no, that's Arizona. We're not talking about Arizona right now. But yeah, the good news is no tornado warnings right now on the ground. So that makes me happy. Yeah, and then in Oklahoma, we also have a severe thunderstorm warning that is also in effect. So I'll show you guys that warning on the screen once again. If you happen to be watching me from this area, brand new severe thunderstorm warning until 7:45 p.m. Central Time. This is going to include Comanche, Stephens, and Cotton. I thought it said Cotton Candy. It says Cotton County. You see where my mind is? Food, sweets. 60-mile-per-hour winds, nickel-sized hail. Places like Lawton, Fort Sill, Central High, and Hullen are currently under this severe thunderstorm warning. Now, the interesting thing would be if we could find some live cams in Oklahoma that are public. That's the most important part. We cannot take EarthCam, for example, even though I would love to. EarthCam, I love it. I love it. Where's this at again? Near Lawton. So this would be the southeastern portion of Oklahoma. Why are you only showing me? Okay, here we go. Southeastern portion of Oklahoma. Let me zoom in. Okay, wait, so they do have a camera here. Either it's a picture. Oh, okay, I was about to say, because there was nobody on the road. I was like, oh, it's just a picture. No, it's a video. But there's just nobody here. Not a lot of people live here, I guess. I don't know. Look, we have cameras right here, but in Lawton. But because this storm is right to the east, I could show you guys that way. That way you guys can be slightly entertained. It looks like nothing is happening over here, bro. Okay, look, no. Oh, this is kind of cool because you can see the sky. Let me see if I can put this on full screen. There we go. So that's what we're seeing right here. It's not full screen, though. That's the only problem. Oops, I moved myself here. This is like incorrect. I shouldn't have done this, but. All right, so you can kind of see the storm in the distance, actually, with this severe thunderstorm warning here. Let me back out. I got to jump off and go get ready for some beers. Have a great night. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Carrie. Have fun with the beers. Maybe I should drink a beer on camera. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. That would be kind of insane if I did that. Look, so you can see the storm in the distance. That's kind of cool. Let me see. How come I can't put this in like completely full screen? There we go. Now we can. There we go. But I'm going to bring this down. You see how you can kind of see the storm in the distance over here? Oh man, it doesn't show you my mouse. Or maybe if I click here. Yeah. Like up in here, you can see the storm. So this is a camera right in Lawton in Oklahoma. So yeah, in the distance, we can actually see some storms. We can see that severe thunderstorm, where the severe thunderstorm warning is. So for reference, the camera's right in here. And then if we take a look at this live camera, we can see that storm in the distance, which is pretty cool. So in this area, once again, we're talking 60-mile-per-hour winds, and we're also talking about the chance of seeing, I believe this would be penny-sized hail in portions of Oklahoma with this particular severe thunderstorm warning. All right. This is kind of cool. I kind of like this. So there we go. A little bit of activity. Now I know that I can come over here and try to find some cameras. Listen, I'm a one-man band, okay? So it's kind of ghetto over here with my setup, but, we're trying our best. All right. Let me see. What else can I show you guys? Let me back up, press play on this with the severe thunderstorms. I don't know about you guys, but my allergies have been a little bit like, it's like I'm sick, but I'm not sick. I'm not really sick, but it's like I'm congested, and I hate it. By the way, you guys, now I'm only one subscriber away from 2,830. So, If you want to help me out with a pressing the subscribe button, that would be awesome. Okay, so in terms of alerts, there's not too much going on right now. Just a few severe thunderstorm warnings over here in this area. I can go ahead and pause it. So right now we just have one severe thunderstorm warning here in portions of Missouri. No tornado warnings on the ground right now like what we had before. Over here in Oklahoma, we do have that one severe thunderstorm warning. And of course, over here in portions of the Four Corners, we do have a few severe thunderstorm warnings currently in effect. And actually, we just had a brand new severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued. So let's go over there. So this was just issued now at 7:23 p.m. in Missouri. This is right outside of Houston, Missouri, not Houston, Texas. Okay. And this is going to be in effect until 7:15 p.m. This is going to include Dent and Texas counties in Missouri. And this is for 60-mile-per-hour winds and also quarter-sized hail. This is going to include potential impacts, for example, to places like Montauk State Park, Raymondville, Montauk, as well as Prescott. So this particular area also remains under a tornado watch until 11 p.m. Central Time. All right. So that's what we have over here with this severe thunderstorm warning. Let me come over here and see. This is what? Houston. The problem is I can't even see cities with this. Let's back up. So it's to the south of Rolla. Yeah, we wouldn't have any cameras of that. But if we back up, was there a tornado? There were some tornado warnings. We can see some storm reports too to see what the storm reports were. Let me see. Where could we? All right, we could see portions of the I-70, maybe even over here. It's just that, okay, let's go back to Cuba. I'm going to go back to Cuba over here. Let's see if we can get a live cam of Cuba. There you go. Man, I zoomed right into it. Let's see. You see, the problem is that the camera doesn't work. We're going to have to go north of Cuba then. Okay. So now it looks a lot more active over here with some of the storms moving through. Take a look at that. Obviously, this is not the best quality cameras because this is like street cameras. This area is not under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. But yeah, we do have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings right to the south, but we don't have cameras of that. So that's what we're seeing for the time being, okay? So into the overnight, obviously, we are going to have a chance of continuing to see that severe weather for this area. We're talking isolated tornadoes that are going to be possible, you guys. And obviously, strong winds and the potential of seeing some larger end hail too. Oh, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see where. Okay, in portions of the panhandle of Texas, that's kind of included in this too. So I'll go ahead and show you guys that severe thunderstorm warning in the panhandle of Texas. This was just now issued at 7:24 p.m. Central Time. I'll go ahead and show you that. It's this larger box right in here. So with this severe thunderstorm warning, we are talking about 60-mile-per-hour winds, penny-sized hail that is going to be possible with this as well. This is going to include portions of Oldham and also Deaf Smith counties in the state of Texas. So this would be the Panhandle area. We are seeing here potential impacts for places like Adrian, Glen Rio, Bootleg. That's another interesting city name there, or a town name, and also Sims. Okay, so this is the Panhandle of Texas. Let me back up and see. So this is, oh, I could see this is really close to whatchamacallit, New Mexico here. So this is right outside of Amarillo with this severe thunderstorm warning that we currently have in effect right now. Let's see, Amarillo area. Let's try to pull up a camera of this area, which we should have. So we're gonna have storms on the way over here, but these cameras are just pictures, which stinks. Hold on. New Mexico cameras, live cameras. Let's see. No, they don't really have like a dedicated website for it. Oh, this is kind of cool though. All right. Well, this is not the area that we need. So that's fine. All right. We learn as we go. Okay. Now, let me see. So that's the new severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, apparently we have another severe thunderstorm warning that is in, what was I looking for? New Mexico. Did I say Arizona? Yo, my brain is fried again. Fridays, my brain doesn't work. I was even thinking about not going live because I'm like, my brain, No, I did. Okay, I did put New Mexico. Okay, guys, you see, I'm really crazy right Okay, new severe thunderstorm warning in portions of New Mexico. This was issued at 7:27, so which one would it be? Maybe this one? Here we go. So it's this larger box, but it's so difficult to see because it's this box. It's this, whatever, polygon here, right in here, okay? So this, now we have a tornado warning, but let me go over this severe thunderstorm warning really quickly. This is for portions of New Mexico in Curry, Quay, and Roosevelt counties until 7:15 p.m. We're talking 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-size hail with this severe thunderstorm. That includes Clovis, Portales, Texaco, Melrose, San John, and also Grady in the state of New Mexico. Okay. So once again, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Let's go to the brand new tornado warning that we currently have in effect right now. So this is, okay, so that severe thunderstorm warning that we had right here in the red, well, now they've turned it into a tornado warning here that is right above it. So this is going to be in effect until 8:15 p.m. And we are talking about portions of Shannon, Dent, and Texas counties in the state of Missouri. We're talking about rotation indicated by radar. And we're talking about impacts to places, for example, like Prescott, Montauk, Raymondville, and also Montauk State Park. So once again, until 8:15 p.m., we do have this particular tornado warning currently in effect. Okay. It says, wow, you're not showing up under my active lives tab. Are they censoring you? I don't know. I just think I'm new. I don't know. I'm a really small channel, which by the way, if you want to make me a bigger channel, you can subscribe. But anyways, what's going on, Eater of Worlds? Daniel, what were you saying thank God to? I don't remember. Good evening, all. Would have been here sooner if YouTube had given me the notification. I think you have to turn on the notification bell, if I'm not mistaken. Bro, I look dead today. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to put some lip gloss on because I look dead. I'm already pale, so it's like I don't want to look completely dead. Anyways, everything is good, Eater of the Worlds. Thank you for joining. Let me see. It's been a long week. You got this. I'm trying. Well, I just thought it was strange that I went to see what lives were active and I don't see her live. Listen, I don't know what to tell you. It's probably because I'm not, because I'm new. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm subscribed to your channel. It would show up. I'm not sure. Don't they say you have to turn on the notification bell or something? I don't know. Anyway, so, Eater, that's what I have is a severe thunderstorm warning, not a tornado warning. For that area which we already went over. I'm good. No, you're good, Eater. I have the list of warnings over here. By the way, calling you Eater is a little bit strange. What's your real name, bro? Because that's a little bit weird. Not that your name is weird, but I'm like, hey, Eater. You know, that has several definitions, and I'm not trying to. YouTube isn't censoring. They are just not waiting sub lives like they used to. All right. I don't know. I don't know too much about these YouTube streets, you guys, so don't judge me. I don't know. All right, so new tornado warning once again in Missouri for Dent and Texas counties. Okay, that's what you were talking about. Yeah, it's this tornado warning. I have it up here. Don't worry about it. Thank you, my friend. Montauk State Park, Raymondville, Montauk, and also Prescott. All right. with potential impacts. Now, let's go ahead and come back over here. Let me see. I mean, if you want to help me, you can, but I do have the warnings up over here. How come this doesn't? Let me see. I'm just checking something really quickly, my friends. And thank you guys for subscribing, by the way. If you want to continue to subscribe, I will not be mad about it. Oh, you guys subscribe. Now I'm only 10 subscribers away from 2,840. You guys, I should have taken the time to actually get ready today, right? I look kind of insane. My hair looks like I got electrocuted. I didn't really do my makeup today, other than the lip gloss that you guys just saw me put on. I'm wearing glasses, not even my contacts. It's like, this is what a Friday night stream is like. Because this is just, it becomes Fridays. I was like, man, like I said, I was like, oh, man, I don't know if I should go live. I'm so tired. All I want to do is sleep. Here's a live cam, by the way. Not that far from where we have that tornado warning. Obviously for that area, because there's no major road there, we're not gonna have access to live cams. But and also the live cams that we do have, because they come from the government, and it's like the road cameras. A lot of them are not great quality, to be honest. Not the best quality here. Okay. And I know that this thing messes. Like I said, I should have prepared for this a little bit better, but there's no way St. Louis still looks like, I mean, I guess it can still look like that. I wonder if it's just replaying the same exact thing 100 times. Okay, let me see. Flash flood warning. All right. Not a super... There's a flash flood warning right now that has just been issued in New Mexico for parts of Luna County. Not really the area that we're completely focusing on today, but just a shout out for you guys. Flash flood warning until 8:30 p.m. in Luna County, New Mexico. Okay, so let me see. We haven't gone over the threat for the next few days. Let's pull up the future radar. If I can bring it up here. Next time I'm going to be way more prepared for this, you guys. It's just today I was like, look, I just came on. If you haven't watched a content creator in a while, then YouTube won't send you a notification, the Wolf Angel. No, I literally watch every time she goes live, and I have the ball set to all white. YouTube is just being annoying like everything else this week. So glad it's Friday. I'm happy it's Friday too, Lady Rose CW. Thank you, by the way. Your name is Cam? All right, I'll have to remember that. If I forget and I call you Eater again, I'm sorry. It's just because that's your YouTube name, I think. Anywho, all right. So this is the future radar. I'm going to show it to you guys in a second so we can talk about the next couple of hours here. Let's just go with the NAM because, to be honest with you, let's back up. Let's load this up. It's loading. Perfect. And let's bring up the severe weather threat over the next, well, into tonight. By the way, let me see if they've updated it. And I'm going to show you guys because, look, I'm going to move forward into time. Look. So just so you guys can get a little bit of a summary of what's coming, it's this. Ready? Across the entire eastern portion of the country. The eastern half, basically. So obviously we're going to start off with tonight. And what's expected, we need a... So they have not issued a new SPC outlook, but they probably will while we're live. I hope. No, they will. They will. So here's the severe weather threat here in the green and the yellow here, right? And this is what we're expecting into the overnight hours. So over here, right, as we move forward into time, obviously we're going to have these storms moving towards the south and east. So let's call it right around midnight, or let's do like 11 p.m. Okay? We're going to have storms moving into portions of northern Arkansas. All right? And still some activity in portions of Missouri and Illinois. But pretty much by the time that we reach, let's say 1 or 2 a.m., most of Missouri is going to be out of, you know, the activity that we're expecting. Some of Illinois is still going to be dealing with the storm risk as well. And let's see. I mean, either you can do whatever you want, man. It's fine. I mean, technically, I'm supposed to be covering that if I'm honest with you, but the way that I want to run my channel is we're going one topic at a time, whatever's actually relevant. All right. But if you want to do it, you're welcome to do whatever you want, my friend. Go ahead. Not a problem. So I may not read it out loud if it's off topic, but my friend, you can put it in there for other people to read if you'd like. These are interesting questions. And once again, thank you so much, Cam, aka Eater. So, let me move a little bit more into time. Let's see. Let's pause around 4:30. So 4:30 a.m., still some activity back here in Illinois, but obviously a lot of the severe weather threat is going to be probably gone by that time for the most part. All right. Most of this area is going to be mainly clear. And then by the time that we reach tomorrow morning, let's say 8 a.m., then we would move into the next level of severe weather, which would be right in here. Now, in the green and in the yellow here, if I back up, you'll see it, right? Now, in the morning, I don't really expect a lot of these storms to be severe. Is it completely impossible? No. But really, as we head into the afternoon, we will have another round of severe weather over this area. So if I back up, it's kind of like what was kind of happening today, right? So late afternoon into early evening, we will have another line of storms that's going to try to develop here. So this would be 5 p.m. Central Time. And it's going to try to move towards the east here. All right. So that's what we're going to be expecting throughout the day tomorrow. And then on Sunday, as this activity continues a little bit further towards the east, some of the storms in this particular area are also going to be on the severe side, highlighted in green. Once again, if I back up, okay, if I back up here, my friend, Mr. Eater of Worlds, he is giving us some updates there about some other topics. But you're in here, marginal threat of seeing some severe storms. And then they will move into this area further towards the east, potentially giving us a marginal chance of seeing some severe weather. And again, it's going to be mostly like a late afternoon into the evening type of thing in this area. So tonight, we're talking about this area over here. So we'll back up to give a little bit of a summary here. This area here with the storms, and it's kind of like perfect. You see, if I zoom in, it's literally storms popping up over this area. And obviously we do have, you know, the alerts currently in effect, which we've already been going over. I got to make sure I keep the, yeah, there you go. All right. So that's for tonight. By the time that we reach tomorrow, we'll pull up the next level of severe weather. Here we go. That's for tomorrow. In the morning, some storms. And then of the severe variety, late afternoon into the evening once again. In this area here from Indiana, Ohio, into Kentucky, into Tennessee, and even down into Alabama. Now, we're going to move into day 3, which would be Sunday. On Sunday morning, we're going to start off with storms across a big portion of the east, so even up into the northeast and everything. But then we're talking about severe storms that are going to try to pop off once again late in the afternoon into the evening hours here as this continues to move towards the east, right? So it's just one big system that's going to be pushing towards the east. Could things change in terms of the level of severe weather? Sure, right? We are going to have that risk. And by the way, you guys, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm only 10 subscribers away from 2,840 subscribers. Now, we do have some new severe thunderstorm warnings that are currently in effect. Let me bring this up. Let's zoom into some of them. Zoom to warning. Boom. So this has just been issued right around 7:41 p.m. It's almost a perfect box. Usually I have to say, look at this strangely shaped shape, I guess. But now it's actually a square. So this is for portions of Palmer County in the panhandle of Texas until 8:45 p.m. Central Time. We're talking 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts in this particular part of the panhandle. Potential impacts for Friona, Bovina, Farwell, as well as Lasbuddy, another interesting name. And we're talking about Oklahoma Lane, Lariat, Rhea, and Black as well under this particular severe thunderstorm warning. Once again, we're talking 70-mile-per-hour winds. Now let's go to the next severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued. Now this is for parts of New Mexico, and it's this box here. This was issued at 7:41 p.m. and it's this lower box here in New Mexico. We are talking about Curry, Dabaca, Roosevelt, and Chavez counties in New Mexico under this severe thunderstorm warning until 7:15 p.m. We're talking 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and also some small hail. This is going to include Fort Sumner, Taiban, Toller, Mesa, and Floyd. This also includes portions of Highway 285 between mile markers 135 and 153, Highway 60 as well between mile markers 322 and 356. Once again, we also have a tornado warning that continues to be in effect in portions of Missouri here. So I'll bring that up on the screen here. This is going to be in effect until 8:15 p.m. Central Time. And this is for portions of Shannon, Dent, and Texas counties in Missouri. We're talking about rotation indicated by radar and potential impacts to Montauk State Park, Raymondville, Montauk, as well as Prescott. So in this area here with the tornado warning, let's try to see if we can pull up where that particular tornado may potentially be. Let's bring this up. It'll load really quickly. We'll turn this off while that loads up. All right, so once again, not the greatest quality here. Let me back up. Give me 1 second. Maybe if I back up really quick and let's try to see if we select a different radar site. It might, let me see if we have a better radar site a little closer by. Maybe this one in Springfield. That might be a little bit better for us. What if I did like ASMR weather? All right, I guess you could kind of see it, you guys. Kind of. But anyways, they've updated because remember it was a little bit bigger before. Now it's a little bit smaller. The rotation would be somewhere in here. Of course, my program isn't showing it very nicely, but it would probably be right in here. Wherever it was, so it would be either over or right to the north of Raymondville right now and moving quickly towards the east with this tornado warning in portions of Missouri at this time. Now, my people, we do have a live cam of somewhere nearby. Oh, crap. Hold on. Let's bring it up. It looks pretty active. Hold on. We're going to bring it up. Man, it catfished me. It's not correct. All right. In other words, I updated it. But, yeah. It's not exactly in that area, but it's near there. I'll still show it to you guys, because I don't want to, promise something and then not show it. But this isn't too far away from where we have that tornado warning, guys. By the way, please make sure that you do subscribe. I'm only 10 subscribers away from 2,840 subscribers, okay? Now, other than that tornado warning, we don't have any more tornado warnings currently in effect, so that's the good news. Obviously, we just have very active weather across this entire area. And, yeah, we're going to continue to see that over the next couple of hours here into the nighttime. We're waiting for the SPC to actually update us on the... Back up a little bit. We're waiting for them to update us on the SPC outlook. But right now, this is the most active area in terms of where we've been seeing the alerts, which you could see there, kind of like a time lapse of all the alerts, Thank you, by the way, Eater. I'm just now seeing all this stuff. Love your glasses. Thank you so much. And thank you guys. All right. Thank you, Cam. Alrighty, let me see. Where do we have something actually active going on right now? Let's see. Let's zoom in. Because the same ones, the one from Cuba. Let me see. I wonder if they actually say it like that. Like if they say Cuba like that, or if they say like something else. If they call it Cuba, they might call it Cuba. I don't know. Sullivan. No, Sullivan is dry right now. We can't. That's not interesting. I mean, there's gray skies, but so far, because it is right in that area, it is you can see it on the map here. No rain right there. I'll still show it to you guys. But rain is on the way. And there's winds. By the way, if you do want to subscribe, I will love you forever. Please make sure that you do. You guys. That would be amazing and awesome and just perfect. Because now, you know, I have 2,830 subscribers. If we could make it to 2,840, amazing. Amazing. All right, remember that we do have this tornado watch that continues to be in effect right over here in portions of Missouri. Tornado watch until 11 p.m. Central Time. We're talking 1-inch hail, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. All right. And this is going to basically include portions of Missouri. So here we're talking about Lynn, Eldon, Lebanon, Rolla, Mountain View as well. Alrighty. That's what we're seeing in here. This is also going to include Owensville. So in addition to obviously the chance of seeing a couple of tornadoes, we do have that wind risk and that hail risk as well for our people in this area. All right, so very active night to night with all the activity going on. Now, as we head into tonight, let's see, this is the area where we could see some severe weather, right? So it's not just over here. This is the main area, obviously, that we're focusing on right now, but it stretches into Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, into New Mexico, as well as Colorado. And over here, we're waiting for the SPC to update this, but apparently they don't feel like it, I guess. But yeah, we do have that isolated tornado risk up in here in Missouri, where we do have that tornado watch already in effect. This also includes portions of Illinois, northern portions of Arkansas. All right, so that's why, because some of these potential tornadoes might come while you're sleeping. You know what I'm saying? You may want to make sure that you have a way to get alerts on your phone. That way it can wake you up. Listen, I'm about to fall asleep on live stream. So if you guys fall asleep and you live in this area, you want to have a way to wake up in case a tornado warning is issued for your area. Now, we are talking about a risk of seeing some large hail, so over 1 inch in diameter, with the storms over here in Missouri, but also over here in Colorado and also New Mexico. But the main risk over here is going to be the chance of seeing strong winds over 60 miles per hour. We've seen some alerts over here of over 70 miles per hour. But yeah, pretty much this entire area, but particularly where we already have some of the severe thunderstorm warnings over here in Texas and into New Mexico, and over here in Illinois and into Missouri, we're talking about a 15% chance of seeing those stronger winds. Now, we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect, so we will go ahead and show that very quickly. Zoom to that warning, and it happens to be in Missouri, so we will bring that up right now. Again, guys, my allergies are like, my nose is so itchy out of nowhere. All right, let me zoom in. Brand new severe thunderstorm warning in portions of Missouri. This is going to be in effect until 8:30 p.m. Central Time. We're talking 60 mile per hour wind gusts with this, quarter size hail as well. Places like Ozark National Scenic Riverways, Eminence, West Eminence, and Alley Spring, all potentially under this particular severe thunderstorm warning at this time. So please make sure that you are staying indoors in this area. Not sure how many people live out here, but look, we're going to shout it out anyways. Alrighty. And not that far from this severe thunderstorm warning, obviously, we do have some cameras here, but since this is kind of a rural area, maybe this camera might work for us. It's kind of an area where there's not that many major highways, so it is a little bit more difficult to find live cams. But listen, we're trying for you. This is a one-man band over here, and some of them are just pictures. Like, what am I gonna do with this picture over here? You get me? It's like a frozen picture. I don't know. It's not the best. Let's see. Okay, hold on. No, because this is already way too much to the south. All right. So severe thunderstorm warning. There's the tornado warning in effect right now as well in portions of Missouri until 8:15 p.m. By the way, thank you so much, Eater. I don't know if we can reach 3K tonight because I don't even know if we can make it to 2,840. Okay, one more person subscribe. So 2,000. Now we're only 9 subscribers away from 2,840 subscribers. Okay. I just do arbitrary numbers over here, arbitrary goals. That's what we're talking about over here. Oh my gosh. I was perfectly fine the entire stream, and then right now I'm having this issue. Can somebody explain to me? I don't know. Okay. Goodness. Maybe I need to blow my nose. I don't know. What the heck? Okay. Now, you know, I feel like I need to sneeze. Can you imagine if I like sneeze on camera? Not that that's bad, but my sneezes are extreme. Listen, y'all don't want to be around for that. All right. I'm so sorry for itching my nose so much. What the heck, man? See, sometimes I see a live cam like this and I'm like, does anybody live here? Like at first, I thought it was a picture, but then I saw the lights moving in the distance. Oh my goodness. So this is pretty much the lone tornado warning that we have on the ground. You know? What time is it? 7:54. We already showed the new severe thunderstorm warning in effect. So yeah. That's really the activity that we're seeing right now. Thank you so much, Owl on the Prowl. The storm near me in Stephens County, Oklahoma. Yeah, we were talking about that. Thank you so much, Eater or Cam. Do a Ron Burgundy and sneeze into the camera. This is annoying, right? Like I don't want to be doing that. I was perfectly fine. And then randomly that happens to me. But there we go. There's the most severe of the weather for right now at the very least. Let's see if things start to pop off a little bit later. But that's pretty much, and the storms are obviously on their way to places like Farmington, St. Louis, right? That's what we're expecting right now. Now we do actually have some pretty good quality live cameras in St. Louis, but they're kind of like this. Look at this. I'm going to show you. Like, we want to see the sky. We don't really want to see. I guess this bridge is kind of cool, but it's also like slanted. Why are we slanted? I know it's Friday night, but listen, let me see. I think this is a pretty good quality one too. But this one doesn't even show us the sky. What are we gonna do with this information? Say one guy is on the road? You get me? Anyways, let's go back to the tornado warning because I'm over here talking crap instead of actually talking about the tornado warning. Guys, we gotta try to make it slightly entertaining. I'm trying, but it's kind of hard because I'm also kind of falling asleep. But listen, you guys are watching a delirious Jessica. Have we got any footage of the tornado? No. It's hard to get footage of that type of stuff. And by the way, just so that you guys understand, just because you have a tornado warning doesn't mean that a tornado actually touched down. Yeah, you know, we're talking about rotation indicated by radar. So meaning it's, you know, it's impossible to have people that can really confirm if there's a tornado on the ground everywhere on Earth. But for example, if we could see it on radar, which actually, let's see if we could see it on here, some of the rotation. Let me bring that up really quickly, the storm relative velocity. If we could see it on radar, then, which, again, not very good quality, but if we had a tornado on the ground right now, it would be right in here. So once we see rotation with this, that's when we say, okay, tornado warning. There may be a tornado on the ground, so please make sure that you do take cover because we're seeing rotation in this particular area. All right. By the way, you guys, I'm only 9 subscribers away from 2,840 subscribers. If you guys want to subscribe, that'd be great. The Atlantic is fantastically quiet. Exactly. It is very quiet over here. Very quiet, which is how we want to keep it. You know? The Pacific, not so much. The Pacific, we have some activity over there. Like my friend, Eater of Worlds, has been showing us. All right, let's see. They're going to do a new live sweep over here. There you go. So if we had rotation, it would be in here. If we had a tornado on the ground, it would be in here, moving towards the east. Not sure how many people live out here, but listen, we're still going to shout them out. We still got to talk about them. All right. And once again, this tornado warning would be for Shannon and Dent counties. Shannon, Dent, and Texas counties in Missouri. Still rotation indicated by radar. Let's try to get a camera nearby. Please, guys, please make sure that you do subscribe. Like I mentioned. Oh my God, thank you for subscribing. Now we're only 7 subscribers away from 2,840. I mean, really, if we could make it to 3,000, that would be great. But, you know, small baby steps. That's what we have to do here. Small baby steps. Can't go all in. All right, this camera doesn't want to work. All right, let's go back over here. Let's see. Let's come back to where there could actually be something happening. All right, that camera also doesn't want to work. So you're in the garbage. We're going to just throw the whole thing in the garbage because... Let me zoom in here. Okay, look. This is in Rolla. I'll show you guys. In Missouri, where we've been seeing storms. Again, not that far away from the tornado warning. It's not in this area, but still. Obviously, you could tell that the roads are slick over here in portions of Missouri. No alert for you right now. Let me see if we have any brand new alerts. We may. We have some. Let's see. Who's this for? All right, but in New Mexico, not in Missouri. If you happen to be watching me from New Mexico, portions of Donna Ana County in New Mexico until 8:30 p.m. are under a flash flood warning at this time. Please make sure that you turn around, don't drown. If you see a flooded roadway, don't cross it. Not a great idea. Not a great idea. All right. Lone tornado warning on the map. That's the only tornado warning that we have right now. I mean, the chance of seeing tornadoes today was not that big, to be honest with you. I'll zoom out and show you. Where we have that tornado warning, it is in the 5% risk. Makes sense, right? So in the green, 2% as the storms continue to move towards the south and east. In the brown, a 5% risk, all right, in portions of Missouri. And once again, thank you for subscribing. Now we're only 4 subscribers away from 2,840. All righty. I'm trying to find some like interesting cameras, but all the alerts are in not that populated areas. All right, let me see here. All right, so we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning over here. In portions of, this would be, I'm going to bring it up on the screen right here. It's this red, strangely shaped box. Okay, so we're talking about extreme western Texas. This is El Paso County, actually. And so this is going to include El Paso. Let's see if we can get a camera up over here because that would be kind of cool. Until 7:45 p.m. Mountain Time, we're talking 60 mile per hour wind gust. We're also talking about, well, okay, so that's the main thread here with this particular severe thunderstorm warning. The times on the screen are in Central Time, translate to Mountain Time. Okay, so that would be until I'm going to tell you the correct time. 7:45 p.m. Mountain Time. Severe thunderstorm warning in El Paso, Texas to include west. This is what I was saying yesterday. Wouldn't it be funny if we said this? Watch this. West El Paso, East El Paso, Central El Paso, Northeast El Paso, Far East El Paso. All of El Paso, okay? This is literally on the warning. That's not me. I'm not making that up. So Mission Valley, Fabens, Clint, Horizon City, Sunland Park, San Elizario, Cantuilo, or in Spanish it'll be Canutillo, I believe. Fort Bliss, Socorro, Westway, Sparks, Homestead Meadows, Agua Dulce, Biggsfield, and Dairyland. This also includes portions of the I-10 between mile markers 5 and 47. So if you do happen to live in this area, please make sure that you're staying indoors. We're talking about very strong winds with the severe thunderstorm that's moving through. Once again, we're only 4 subscribers away from 2,840. If you would like to subscribe and help me out tonight. All right. So that's a severe thunderstorm warning over here in Texas. Texas live cams. Let's see. Let's see if we have an actual, let's see, El Paso. We need a streaming camera, you know? We don't want just like a camera that's like a picture. What am I gonna do with a picture? You understand? We need movement. Let's see. It's just pictures, you guys. Oh my goodness. Open the image in a new tab. I mean, it's kind of a cool picture. Look at this. Let me bring you guys over here and bring this up so you guys could see. So even though we just have pictures, so that's where we have that severe thunderstorm warning currently in effect for portions of El Paso, Texas. All right. So obviously, severe thunderstorms not just affecting Missouri, for example. That's not the only place that we're seeing impacts right now with this. Okay, let's see if we can find something better. I need a streaming camera, man. Come on, man. Oh, but this is kind of a cool picture. It's kind of a cool picture. Look at this, you guys. That's what it looks like right now. Caribe. Hold on. Why do I like stuff like this? That's kind of cool, right? That's where we have that severe thunderstorm warning right now. Moving through El Paso, Texas. By the way, thank you so much, Eater of Worlds. It feels like Missouri always has stuff going on. Yeah, it's been feeling like that lately. Okay. We're still only 4 episodes. Okay. You guys hate me. It's okay. No, I'm just kidding. I'm playing. Looks super gray over here, right? And parts of, oh, look, I can scroll through them. That's kind of cool. But this is showing me, like, other parts. Nah, that's not what I want to see. This is another pretty cool picture. Let me see. This is what it looks like over there right now with the severe thunderstorm warning. That is a live camp. So obviously, wet roads over here with the activity that we've got going on in this part of the country with the severe storms that are going to continue throughout the night. And we also have a flash flood warning that has been issued right to the north of there. So it should be this green one that was issued at... No, just kidding. Hold on. Give me a second. Zoom to warning. Okay, so it's probably one of these ones over here with the flash flood warning. Yeah, it's this one right here. Okay, so Anthony, Vinton, and Canutillo under a flash flood warning right now, where we have the heaviest of the rain falling. And we are talking about portions of El Paso and also Donna Ana counties. So Donna Ana counties in New Mexico and El Paso County in Texas. Flash flooding is possible with these storms rolling on through the area. All right. That's what we have in portions of Texas where it looks very ominous right now. That is a picture. I wish we could see this, live, but that is a picture of what it looks like over there where we have that severe thunderstorm warning. Now, once again, for my people that are tuning in for the tornado action, this is the only tornado warning that we have right now on the map. Tornado warning until 8:15 p.m. Central Time in portions of Missouri. Obviously, they've updated the box that it's in, right? Now, Let's see. So obviously potential tornado on the ground. We have to take shelter. And this does include, I will tell you now, Texas, Dent, and Shannon counties in Missouri. That was the original severe, sorry, I meant to say tornado warning in this area. And of course, we do have live cams near here, but not exactly where we have that tornado warning in effect right now. Right now, we have 7 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect, not just in Missouri, but really across the entire area where we're expecting to see some severe weather as we head into tonight. Here's a live look, not that far from where we have that tornado warning. Sorry, guys. I have to make this a little bit smaller so that it doesn't look so terrifyingly bad. That's Rolla. Rolla. There you go. So the tornado warning that we have in effect right now would be to the south of this area, okay? That we have on the screen. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Now we're only 2 subscribers away from the goal that I have for right now. Man, don't tell me I gotta start blocking people off the chat, man. Hold on. What? What is that guy saying, bro? See, this is how you get blocked from the channel. You feel me? Maybe I just, you know, one of the subscribers that just recently subscribed may have unsubscribed right now because I blocked. What were they typing? But I feel like some people are just, I guess it's Friday. Some people are drunk. They're on YouTube. They're like, what's going on? Now, once again, you guys, normally I'm a little bit more put together. Not wearing glasses, a little bit more. Today, I was just like, listen, Friday, I'm so tired. I'm like delirious. So you're seeing the delirious version of me. Okay? That's what it is. Alrighty? Trying my best. We're keeping it together. And once again, you guys, in case if you are just now tuning in and you haven't been watching me or watching the live stream so far, we do have a tornado watch that continues to be in effect in portions of Missouri. And this is going to be in effect until 11 p.m. Central Time. In addition to obviously a few tornadoes that, or they're saying a couple. That's really the wording from the National Weather Service. Sorry, from the Storm Prediction Center until 11 p.m. tornado watch for a couple of tornadoes, 1-inch hail, and also 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts with whatever storms we end up seeing in this area. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, the allergies are killing me right now. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in. This is going to include Herman, Rolla, Lebanon, Kabul, West Plains as well. And let's see, do we have any mesoscale discussions right now? Nope. Just a chance of continuing to see some pretty heavy rainfall over here in New Mexico and stretching into portions of the panhandle of Texas. All right. So do we have an updated SPC? We do. We do. Okay. So this is new. Thank God. So this is the new SPC outlook for the next few hours here. Let me refresh this. Okay, so they just issued this. Excuse me. Now I'm going to refresh. So 12 minutes ago, they updated the threat areas here for continuing to see some severe weather. So if you live anywhere in here, you could be seeing some severe storms as we head into the rest of tonight, right? And into maybe the early overnight hours. Excuse me one more time. Alrighty. So I keep on having to like blow my nose, clear my throat. I don't know what's going on over here. Back to what I was saying. So here's the new SPC outlook. Anywhere from Illinois into portions of Missouri, into Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and into New Mexico, we are talking about the risk of continuing to see some severe weather. By the way, you guys, thank you so much for subscribing. Now we're only 9 subscribers away from 2,850. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. So, here in the yellow, that's obviously where we have the higher risk. That this is where we have the tornado watch in effect right now. So from St. Louis into Poplar Bluff, into Mountain Home, into Jonesboro, Rolla as well, Cape Girardeau. There's where we have that higher risk over here. And for my people, a little bit further towards the west in the panhandle of Texas and into portions of New Mexico, from Clovis into Plainview, Lubbock too, there we have that higher chance of seeing some severe weather. Now, within this chance, we are talking about the chance of seeing some isolated tornadoes, obviously, which we've already kind of went over. But let's take a look at the updated tornado risk for tonight according to the SPC. So this is going to stretch into northern Arkansas, into portions of Illinois, to include, for example, St. Louis, Missouri, into Cape Girardeau, Poplar Bluff as well, Houston as well. So 2% risk over here. In the green, in the brown, we're talking a 5% risk there. All right. And when it comes to the chance of seeing some larger hail, let's see, do we have that chance into the overnight? Yes, we do, but that's mostly for portions of New Mexico, really. So that's really what we're expecting. And I'm sorry that today my hair looks like I got electrocuted. I normally don't look this way, but listen, we're doing what we can. It's a Friday night and I'm tired. Okay. Now here's the wind risk. That's kind of like the higher risk that we're expecting with the storms into the next few hours. 5% chance of seeing winds over 60 miles per hour with the storms that we're going to see in this area. So in the brown, 5% chance of that. In the yellow, we're talking about a 15% chance of that as well. All right. Now we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning for this would be portions of Missouri once again. So we'll go ahead and zoom into that. If we can here, there we go. So right outside of where we have that tornado warning, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning here. This was issued right around 8:12 p.m. Central Time. Okay, and they have just allowed the tornado warning to expire. So now it's just a severe thunderstorm warning in Missouri here. And we're talking about portions of Shannon County until 9 p.m. We're talking 60 mile per hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail that's going to be possible with this. Potential impacts to places like Echo Bluff State Park, Current River State Park, Ozark National Scenic Riverways, Round Spring, and also Acres. Okay. This area also remains under that tornado watch that I mentioned to you guys earlier. So please make sure that you are staying indoors. Right, Eater, thank you so much for the information. He's updating you guys in text. Okay. We could go over the future radar once again for my people just joining us. Rain started to move into St. Louis. Alrighty, some rain, but not necessarily any storms, so that's the good news there. Let's go over the future radar really quickly. Let me just back up and see once again. No mesoscale, cool. All right. Now, let's go ahead and talk about it. Future radar here. Let me bring it up. And again, guys, I'm sorry that today I'm just like, I'm a mess today, man. I'm telling you, Friday nights are my worst day. I'm always so tired. But we're doing what we can. Okay, let's take a look at the future radar. The time is up here in terms of, the future time that we're going to be seeing, right? Let's go ahead and load up the model. We'll do the NAM. We'll do the next 60 hours here. We'll load that loop. So that's kind of what it's going to look like, by the way. Just a little preview for my people. If you live in the eastern half of the country, you're going to probably be dealing with this, okay? Let's see. Where are we here? Oh my God, thank you guys for subscribing. Now I'm only 6 subscribers away from 2,850. And then we're going to only be 150 away from 3,000. That's so awesome. I'm excited. By the way, if I do end up going live tomorrow, trust me, I'm going to look a lot better. My hair is going to be done. I'm not going to look electrocuted. I'm probably not going to be wearing glasses. I'm probably going to be having some kind of makeup on today. Listen. A mess. A mess. Okay. Let's take a look at what we're expecting over the next few hours, and not only the next few hours, but for tomorrow and even for Sunday. If tomorrow we end up having a higher end risk of seeing severe weather, I will try my best to go live. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the severe weather threat for tonight, we're going to zoom in and take a look at the timing. So you're going to notice, look at this, right in that highlighted area by the SPC, we're going to see storms popping up right along that almost perfectly. Look, pops up along this entire area. All right. Let me zoom into this area first, right? So I think that the severe weather threat for you guys is going to end a little bit earlier than for areas a little bit more towards the west, right? Towards the southwest. So over the next few hours, we're going to continue to have these storms moving towards the south and east. Right around midnight, we have the storms moving into Arkansas. A little bit before that too, maybe like 11, 10 p.m. They're going to be moving into Arkansas, okay? Or actually right now, they're probably already moving into Arkansas. So next couple of hours moving into Arkansas, potentially of the severe variety when we're talking about the severe weather threat, right? And then up here into Illinois, right? Most of Missouri is going to be out of it pretty much as we head into the overnight. And it's really just going to be these areas a little bit further towards the south. Still some storm activity in portions of Illinois, but it's not going to be too bad. Now, once again, thank you so much, Eater of Worlds 6523. It's giving you guys updates. All right. Now over here, as we head and, translate to mountain time if you'd like. As these storms move towards the south and east, right, they could be pretty strong. So right around that would be 8:43 p.m. mountain time. We have got strong storms moving into the panhandle of Texas, impacting areas, for example, like Clovis, Lubbock getting potential impacts into the overnight hours. And then this will quickly move towards the south. And by tomorrow afternoon, we'll have mostly dry conditions over here. Now, as we head into tomorrow, yes, we do have a severe weather threat for tomorrow. Where is it at? Let's go ahead and let you guys know about that. So this is for tomorrow, okay? Severe weather threat right in here. Lower end risk, kind of like what we've been seeing, right? Level 1 and 2 out of 5 risk of continuing to see some severe weather. Oh my God, thank you guys for subscribing. Now we're only 3 away from 2,850. Okay? So, for my people over here, a little bit further towards the east. My people in Indiana, Ohio. Man, why did I do that? You see? Friday night glitch. So, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, right? Initially in the morning, we are going to have some rain moving through. Some storms, some rain moving through. So, this is 6 a.m. Storms moving over the area between 6 and like 12 p.m. So by lunchtime, this has moved on a little bit more towards the east. My people over here in the Carolinas and West Virginia are going to be dealing with that. Now I'm going to back up a little bit. Oh, no, sorry, I'm not going to back up. I'm going to move forward into time. You're going to start to see over here some individual storms starting to pop up within a larger, broader line of storms. Okay, so this would be around 5 p.m. Central Time. And here, these storms could be of the severe variety. All right, they're going to pop up, and then they're going to move quickly towards the east. All right. Now, by Sunday, a severe weather threat is going to exist again. All right. But it's going to once again be a lower end risk here for Sunday, but still very stormy nonetheless. Obviously, we've been seeing changes as well. Thank you once again, Eater of Worlds. I'm going to bring that up in a second. The new severe thunderstorm warning that has now been issued. So storms are going to be moving over this area. All right, from Pennsylvania to Ohio, down into the Carolinas, and even down into portions of the Southeast. So let me back up here for a second. Let's turn some of this off. So just for a recap, initially we're talking about from Minnesota down into Mississippi, for example, storms. And these are quickly going to move towards the east into tomorrow and even into Sunday. All right. So very, very active over here. Now, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued. And this is in portions of the panhandle of Texas. And we are going to bring this up on the screen right here. This is going to be in effect until 9:15 p.m. Central Time. And this is going to include the following counties in the state of Texas. We are talking about Randall, Oldham, Deaf Smith, Potter counties in the panhandle of Texas until 9:15. For 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, we're talking about impact to places like Hereford, Vega, Adrian, Buffalo Lake, Dawn, Bootleg, interesting name. Once again, Umbarger, another interesting name. Wildorado, and also Sims. Okay, so several areas with this particular severe thunderstorm warning currently in effect at this time. So make sure that you are staying indoors, taking shelters, not wandering outside. Okay, those are some pretty strong winds that could cause things to fall down, power lines, trees, things of that nature. Okay, so now we're only 2 subscribers away. I'm so excited. Okay. Let's see. Maybe we can have some. Maybe we can see some cameras over here. Sorry for the strange noise that I just made. Oh, come on, man. These cameras are like kind of not great. Let's see. I guess here you can maybe. No, not really. I'll show it to you guys just so that you're not completely. Nah. Maybe this one. I mean, it looks like there's some traffic. I'll tell you that much. But this is a terrible camera, y'all. Look at this. Terrible camera. Let me make it bigger. It's just a picture. But that's where it looks right now. That's how it looks right now where we have that severe thunderstorm warning in portions of Texas right now. That's what it looks like with those big ominous storms on their way. Let me see if I have something a little bit further. No. Nope. That's the worst part. Okay. Let's see. No, nothing else. So that's what we have right now. Obviously, the most active is mostly going to be, let me see, in terms of cameras that we have. Let's bring up some of the Oklahoma ones aren't bad, but they're not exactly great. Let's see. What is this? I don't care about this. I don't care about this. It's showing me something I don't care about. Give me a second. Missouri. Let's go back to Missouri. It's really the most active in terms of available cameras. If you guys want to see some action. Some storm action. Dang. Okay, so now most of the I-44 right now is covered in storms. And we do have, yeah, a pretty strong line of storms that's pretty much going to blanket the entire interstate there. So we should be able to see that on camera. Let me bring that up. Ooh. Look at the sky over here, guys. Whoa, kind of creepy, right? Now this is live, but not great quality. But something is something. Hey, we'll take what we can get over here with the storms moving through. By the way, where are you guys watching me from? If you would like to tell me, if you want to keep it a secret, that's fine. Now I'm only 1 subscriber away, you guys, from 2,850. Okay. Let me see if there's something else. No tornado warnings right now. Just the severe thunderstorm warnings that we've been talking about. Excuse me. Again, sorry for the weird noises in the background. I just live on a very, very busy street. Okay, here's another live cam of the I-44 right now. Obviously, yeah, not great. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Ooh, you see the lightning? Wow. Actually, let's make this a little smaller like this so that way it's easier to see. Eastern PA. Okay, I got you. Bill Freck, did you see the storms that are on their way to you over the weekend? I showed that. So we saw some lightning flashes in this camera. So right here, there's no severe thunderstorm watches in effect. Sorry, well, also there's no severe thunderstorm watches. Again, Friday night brain, that's what I have right now. But, obviously very active over here with that activity. There's that line of storms that's currently on the way to the I-44. So most of the I-44 right here in portions of Missouri is, I mean, it's not going to be great to be driving through. I'll tell you that much. Here's another camera from that area. That's what it looks like right now with the storms moving through. So right now, no tornado warnings. We just have, let's see. Right now, we have got about 6 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. And by the way, you guys, I'm only 1 subscriber away from 2,850 if you would like to subscribe. My disclaimer is this. We like to have fun here. You know, we have fun. If we need to roast somebody in the chat because they're being disrespectful, that's what I do. Normally, I look a lot more put together. Today, I'm just too tired, you guys, but my hair's not done, my makeup's not done, my glasses is on. But yes, I am a meteorologist. I worked on TV news for 7 years. Now we made this YouTube channel so that we can get into all things weather. If you would like to subscribe and see what a meteorologist is like outside of work, okay? Outside of their news job, that's me. We'll have fun, okay? Like I said, we have fun. We talk about different topics. The other day we were talking about Chick-fil-A. The other day I had to roast somebody in the chat. That's the type of thing that we do around here. So it's not just robotic weather. It's fun. So if you'd like to, go ahead and subscribe. Please make sure that you do. We will have fun around here. Okay? And you'll see a more put together person than what you're seeing right now. I kind of look a little bit insane today. I looked at myself. I looked at the thumbnail and I was like, bro, my hair looks like I literally got electrocuted. Okay? No, Bill, I was talking about the storms that are coming, not the ones that we have right now. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Bill. Perfect. Let's see if we have, man, I love that Missouri has all these cameras because it's so cool. Other parts, look at these clouds, you guys. Look at this, look at it. Caribe. Let's make this a little bit bigger. I'm sorry, I love storms. Especially when they're not dangerous. These are not dangerous. There's no alerts right here for this area. But I love when it rains. When it rains here in my apartment, I open all the curtains. I open the shades. It's so soothing. To me. I don't know. Other people, you know. What's going on, Eater? Eater of Worlds. 6523. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. You guys are awesome. 7 subscribers away from 2,000. What was it? I already forgot. Like I said, Friday, right? 2,860 now. Perfect. Okay, let me back up real quick. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning that is currently in effect. We will zoom. I mean, I'm going to tell you something right now. Places out west are seeing more severe thunderstorm warnings right now than the area that actually had, you know, that's under a tornado watch right now. Here's the new severe thunderstorm warning. So if I'm not mistaken, this is in Texas. So this is so it's this box, perfect box, by the way. Usually I have to say it's a weirdly shaped thing. No, it's a perfect box. It's this one right here. This is going to be in effect until 9:30 p.m. Central Time. This is for portions of Palmer, Castro counties in Texas. And we are talking about 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts that are going to be possible with this particular severe thunderstorm warning. Potential impacts to Dimmitt, Hart, Summerfield, Easter, another interesting name, Nazareth, another interesting name of a city. All right, so 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts with the storms that we currently have in effect right now. Let's see if Texas wants to be good to us and give us a good, let me see. I mean, what's the closest city over here? I think it's what, Amarillo. Amarillo. What about Lubbock? If I click on Lubbock, what is that going to give me in terms of cameras? Not much. Not much. If I click on the camera, no, it just looks kind of bad. This would be, give me 1 second, you guys. Let me zoom in. I don't think that's on this list here. No, it's not. No. No. Okay. Well, I guess we have to just do with what we have here with our static images of storms over here, but come on, man. Roadway. Yeah, these cameras aren't great over here. So I think the best that we'll see is over here. Let's see if this has been updated. Just this creepy picture. This is like a creepy picture over here. But I want to see the sky. That's really what I want to see. So that we can see what this is even looking like over here. But apparently there's a lot of traffic over here because this is like completely stopped over here in Texas. I'll show you guys again. Kind of not a great photo here. Let me zoom in, by the way, if Google Chrome wants to allow me. But apparently, I can't tell if that's westbound or eastbound, but I'll show it to you guys anyways, whatever. All right, so we do have this still image coming to us out of Texas, where we have that severe thunderstorm warning currently in effect. Well, we have a different one. And by the way, this severe thunderstorm warning now has 80 mile per hour winds where we have this particular, this picture that we're looking at. Okay, 80 mile per hour winds are going to be possible, which is probably why they're at a standstill. And this has the destructive tag on it. So it's a very dangerous storm, which I will show you guys right here. Look, boom. I'll zoom out so you could see. So that picture that we just saw is from right here. And it's probably because these storms, look how they're moving. They're going towards the east. And from the looks of it, it looks like those trucks are on their way that way. And they're going to have to deal with this line of storms now. Okay? So, yeah. By the way, I'm only 7 subscribers away from 2,860. If you would like to subscribe, I will love you forever. Alrighty. Okay, we did show that severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see. Let's check on El Paso because they still have that severe thunderstorm warning over there too. Let's back up. And over there was some creepy pictures over there coming out of that area. Kind of creepy. Let's see now that probably the storms have started moving in. Whoa! Okay, I like this picture. Whoa, this is cool. I'm sorry. I get excited about stuff like this. Look at this picture, guys, of this. This is where the severe thunderstorm warning is currently in effect. Look at that picture. This is in El Paso County. Wow, I love this. I love this. I mean, I don't love that they're under a severe thunderstorm warning. Let me clarify. Not great, but kind of cool how it looks. And by the way, I'll show you guys that severe thunderstorm warning. But that's a picture from that area right now. And obviously it's because of the activity on the way. So there's that severe thunderstorm warning in El Paso, Texas. That's going to be in effect until 8:45 p.m. Central or 7:45 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay, super cool pictures coming out of there. Whoa, this one's kind of dope too. Hold on. I mean, kind of, but I think it's kind of cool because you can see the mountains in the background. But the other one was cooler, right? That was a cooler picture. Okay, so once again, with this one, we're talking 60 mile per hour winds in El Paso, Texas. 60 mile per hour winds. Obviously still on the dangerous side, but we just have to be careful. Well, there's some pretty cool. Let me see about this one. I kind of like this one too. Look how dark it's getting over there with the storms rolling in. Where we have that severe thunderstorm. And we also have a couple of flash flood warnings too. Kind of cool, right? Oh my God, do you guys hear the beeping in the background? I mean, that's kind of what's cool about this part of the country. Like, look, up here. The rain coming down. You know, we're in the mountains over here. That's dope. I like that. Man, I mean, I know this isn't Vegas. We're talking about El Paso, but I miss living in Vegas. They just had such nice, you know. Whoa, okay, I like this one too. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm nerding out right now with the pictures coming out of El Paso. That's live cam too. Look, over here. You can see the storms in the distance arriving. And of course, ponding on the roadways here with that severe thunderstorm warning in that part of Texas. That's so cool. Let me see if there's any more that would be kind of interesting. Okay, look, you can kind of, maybe this one, that'll be the last one I'll show you guys. This is where El Paso at right now. That's the last one. Loop 375. Pelicano. Pelicano? I don't know. But there you go, my friends. That's what's going on over here with this particular severe thunderstorm warning. Now, let us continue with the warnings here. Okay, we haven't really had any new ones. No new ones, just the activity over here. Let's back up. Let's back it up. I mean, Texas is kind of active right now. Compared to Missouri, there's like not that much going on. We just have one lone warning in the entire state. Obviously, we have some pretty cool cameras to look at because they're actually moving and they're live. But let's see. Where's the worst of the weather right now? Let's zoom in. All right, pretty much affecting all of the This is the I-44. So let me see here. It looks like over here hasn't arrived yet. Unless this isn't showing me something live. Let's see. Ah! This is something, I guess. I have to make this smaller. Here you go. Parts of the I-44 right now with that activity moving through. Once again, I mean, we only have one severe thunderstorm warning in this part of the country. The most active is for my people in Texas, to be honest with you. That's the most active part. And I have to fix this thing on the screen over here, but whatever. Whatever, man. So, yeah, I mean, there's nothing too crazy, to be honest with you. Now, there's the alert. Oh, man, we just missed it. There was the lightning strike on that live cam, and I took it off right before it happened. By the way, I'm only 7 subscribers away from 2,860. If you would like to subscribe, you like to have fun, you know, make sure you subscribe. Let me see. Let me put this in motion here. How long have we been live? 2 hours already. Okay. Looks like a smiley face. Okay. Let me show you guys once again, if you're just now tuning in, the risk for tonight. Severe weather risk that's going to stretch from New Mexico into Texas, where in the yellow, we already have several warnings in effect. All right. But pretty much if you live in places like Texas, like New Mexico, stretching into Oklahoma, Arkansas, but especially Missouri, parts of Illinois, we do still maintain, because this was updated not that long ago by the SPC, by the Storm Prediction Center, a level 1 to 2 risk out of 5 of seeing some severe storms. All right. So especially here in parts of the panhandle of Texas here, to include Lubbock and even Clovis, New Mexico, places like Spur, Paducah, Morton, Fort Sumner. Over here, we have that slight risk. And then if we go ahead and move up over here, in parts of Missouri, Illinois, and also Arkansas, to include St. Louis, Rolla, Chester, Cape Girardeau, Poplar Bluff, Mountain Home, and also Jonesboro, we are talking about that severe threat as we head into the next couple of hours as well. Okay? Now, I'm trying to find you guys something here. We still have St. Louis up. Look, it looks kind of nice at night. Man, a lot of these cameras are underwhelming for what's actually happening over here. You can bring it over here. I think you could see lightning in the distance for the live cam that we have on the screen. But if we pause this, okay, so the heaviest of the rain, let's see Sullivan then. Let's see Sullivan. See what's going on over here. If it looks like there's nothing going on, I'm gonna be mad. Oh, this is a picture, man. I don't like these pictures. I mean, so this is Sullivan right now. It's gonna be blurry, so I'm just warning you guys. That's Sullivan, Missouri. You can barely see, so I'm gonna take that off. That's what life looks like for me when I don't have my glasses on. Just so you have an idea. Not that you care, but in case if you did, you have a bit of an idea. Let's see a little bit further down. There was a bunch of lightning on this one. Let's see. Let's wait until lightning actually comes up. Ooh, okay. Little bit of action over here. By the way, once again, if you don't know who I am, my name is Jessica Fernandez. I'm a meteorologist. I was on TV News for 7 years. I worked in English, Spanish, national TV, local TV. If you were ever wondering what a meteorologist was like outside of work, that's me. I don't even work on the news anymore, so I can really be myself. We like to have a lot of fun here on this channel. So, if you would like to subscribe and witness, sometimes I gotta roast somebody in the chat if they're being disrespectful, right? If the other day we were talking about Chick-fil-A, we talk about all types of stuff, okay? If you like to have fun and also talk about weather, this is not gonna be a robotic weather channel. I'm actually gonna be myself, so make sure that you subscribe, okay? I'm actually a meteorologist. I went to school for this. Like I said, I have experience in this. Please make sure that you subscribe. Why not? Why not? Just one more subscription. What's the problem? I'm only 6 subscribers away right now from 2,860. So if you want to be a part of the reason why we go up in that number, then go ahead and subscribe, okay? I'm not just some crazy lady that looks like their hair was electrocuted talking about weather. Now, like I mentioned before, normally speaking, I'm a lot more put together. Today, Friday night, is my most tired day of the week. It's the most tired day of the week. So I was like, I'm not even going to do my hair. I'm just going to wear my glasses. I'm not even going to do my makeup. So that's why you guys are receiving this version of me. But most days, look at my channel. Most days, I look a little bit more put together. Not that that matters, but it kind of does. Because I know I look a little bit crazy today. I look like life has been kicking my ass. Oh, look, 2 people subscribed. Thank you so much. That was like a good, like I sold myself, right? There you go. If you want to subscribe, look, now we're only 4 subscribers away from 2,860. Okay? Follow me. Why not? You follow other people, you might as well follow me. Okay. Anyways. Right here, we're looking at portions of the I-44 near mile marker 214. Okay, obviously lots of lightning activity over here. But really, since 8:30 Central Time, we have not seen a new severe thunderstorm warning. Since that time, we have not seen it. And we only have 1 severe thunderstorm warning currently in effect. And that particular severe thunderstorm warning would be down here. A lot of them just fell off the map, by the way. Well, let's make sure that it's even still in effect. There you go. Because a lot of them, I'm going to show this to you really quickly. So this is what we're seeing right now in Missouri. This is the only severe thunderstorm warning that we have in effect. And just for reference, the map that we were just watching is right in here. So, let me come over here. Severe thunderstorm warning. I wouldn't even see now. There's no cities on here. No, this is for Texas. Let's come back over here. This would be again for Texas. Come on, man. You got to give me some good information here. Okay, so this is for Shannon County, Missouri, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and also quarter-size hail. Okay, so Echo Bluff State Park, Current River State Park, Ozark National Scenic Riverways, and Round Spring under this severe thunderstorm warning. So, not the most populated area ever on planet Earth. Honestly, the most active part of the country is not even here. Then you can have that beer after you hit your goal. I'm not drinking no beer. I can't do that. You know what's weird? Whenever I drink, I can't really sleep that well at night. I don't know if that happens to you guys. And I need to sleep. Y'all see me. I look extremely tired. Here's the most active area of the country right now with the severe weather. We're looking at the panhandle of Texas right here. This is Amarillo. Down here is Lubbock, and then over here is New Mexico. So several severe thunderstorm warnings that have been in effect in the last few hours. Now we're only 3 subscribers away from 2,860, by the way. Thank you so much. Okay, this makes sense now. All right. I was wondering what happened over here. Alrighty, let me back up a little bit. I mean, honestly, this has been like, they should just, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to say that because then what if more tornado warnings start coming out? I was going to say they should cancel the tornado watch, but they probably won't. So give me a second. I'm trying to look for some cameras for you guys over here. I kind of like this camera a little bit, but not really. I'll still show it to you guys. Whatever. Might as well. This is St. Louis, Missouri. Okay. You can barely see anything. I don't even know why I'm showing this to you. So, obviously seeing a little bit of rain, but not really seeing too much activity over here. Let me see. All right, this is kind of... people are just... It's just people driving over here. So, nothing too crazy yet over here. It's just that one, you know. Hiya, y'all. What's going on? Donald McKinley. Thank you for joining me. Listen, there's not that much going on over here, honestly. I think what we should do with these storms, we should try to tap into what's going on over here in the Panhandle, to be honest with you, because Missouri is like completely like not even. Let's see an update on some of those cameras over here where we had that crazy traffic with the oncoming storms. Let's see. Oh, the camera's out. What the heck? We had a camera right over here that was working, and it was showing like completely stopped traffic right before this big line of storms came through. But it's out. So hopefully everything is okay. But that was a severe thunderstorm warning with, see, 80. It had the 80-mile-per-hour destructive tag on it. And then now it's still with the considerable tag, 70-mile-per-hour winds over here. So, not great, if we're honest, with the storms moving through. Now, the coolest stuff that we've seen in terms of like pictures, right, is down here. But right now, that severe thunderstorm warning that we did have in extreme West Texas and El Paso County has now been, see, it was there. It has now disappeared. But we saw some pretty cool cameras out of this in El Paso. Let's see if we can get a little bit of an update on this. I think it's this camera, the one that I saw. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm sorry. This looks so cool. We might as well look at it. This looks so cool. And you could see lightning. Hold on. I'm going to show this to you guys again. Hold on. Look at this, you guys. Look at this picture. That's so cool. And look, it captured like a little lightning here. And then, but the sun is also setting over here. And we have this big storm over us. This is cool. This is from Loop 375. Tom Waits Park, mile marker 15. Super cool picture over here, guys. I like this kind of stuff. You get me? This is really cool. That's dope. I like that. Very nice. I'm sorry. I gotta appreciate this picture. One thing about me, I love sunsets. I guess everybody does, but you know, I really love sunsets. By the way, you guys were only 2 subscribers away now from 2,860 subscribers. All right, let's see. Honestly, things are kind of starting to slow down. Thank you so much, Rocket Tufo, for the $2 super chat. Yeehaw equals happy Friday. He always puts yeehaw in the chat, and I'm like, why are you saying yeehaw? Like, it'll literally be like a tornado warning, and he's like, yeehaw! And I'm like, okay, what are we saying yeehaw to? Because I don't know if that's like this is like a good moment to yeehaw, but now, the happy Friday, yes, that's a great moment to yeehaw. Thank you so much once again, Rocket Tufo. I'm going to put a little heart on it, like, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Rocket Tufo. Hopefully I'm saying your name correctly, by the way. Anyways, Let me back up. Let's back it up. Okay, now we apparently have a new flash flood warning over here in Missouri that we will zoom into right now. There you go. Okay, so we can pull up cameras from there for sure because it includes the I-44. So flash flood warning that has now been issued in portions of Missouri until 11:45 p.m. Central Time. This is going to include places like Cuba, right to the south of Sullivan. Let's zoom and see if we get any more cities. Bourbon as well. This also includes portions of the I-44. We have some really strong storms moving through. Also, please make sure that you do subscribe. Gotta remind you guys. Let me see. Let's pull up the Missouri cams. We should be able to see some updated areas here with the storms. Okay, not there, apparently. But sorry guys, this looks kind of like a nice camera though. I'm gonna show it to you guys anyways, whatever. Because it looks kind of nice. It's kind of nice, right? I kind of like it. Sun is going down. All right, let's come back. We gotta find the action though. Okay, that's not gonna cut it. We need. Where was the place in Sullivan? Sullivan. Rolla, St. James, Cuba. There we go. We're getting closer. This was the one, I think. Man, they gotta stop with these pictures. Come on. We need camera. Lights, camera, action. No, that camera doesn't work either. Was it this one with the lightning? Let's see. Let's see if we see any lightning in this one. This part is, this is right outside of where that flash flood warning is. So there you go. Lightning. There you go with the lightning. Okay. So just for reference, by the way, okay, we're only one subscriber away now from 2,860. Just for reference, this camera, I'm going to show you on the screen right over here. My friend Caleb, I'm not really covering the special weather statements because they're not severe. And there's a lot of them, so we would be spending the whole time covering them. But stuff like flash flood warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings, that's what I like to cover. Because they're very dangerous. Not that the special weather statements aren't, but it's kind of just like, hey, this is what's happening over here, but it's not necessarily crazy dangerous or anything like that. So... but if you want, I can shout you out. That's what I'm here for. I can shout it out. Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Let's see. It might be this one, maybe? Is this Iowa? Yeah, no. Okay. So, special weather statement right now. In effect, I'm doing this for my friend Caleb. If you ask me for something, we can talk about it. So, the hazard here is just minor flooding. That's what I'm saying. It's not... see, it's not like a crazy special weather statement, but a line of heavy rain will impact portions of northern Linn County through 9:30 p.m. Central Time in Iowa, and the hazard is minor flooding, and that includes Cedar Rapids, Marion, Robbins, Center Point, Central City. So minor flooding over here. See, it's not really that big of a deal. So where we have this camera right now with all the activity, where we're looking towards is where the flash flood warning is currently in effect. Okay, I'm going to show you guys here. Once again, we're looking towards the north and east here. So that's where that flash flood warning is. Let me get out of here for a sec. Come over here. Man, I just really don't like that this camera in Cuba... oh, this is the one with the real activity. Okay, this camera now. Boom. This is the camera where the flash flood warning is currently in effect. And this obviously has way more activity because the other one we were seeing from a distance. Thank you guys for subscribing. Now we're only 9 subscribers away from 2,870. Thank you so much. Okay, turn around, don't drown, my friends. Sorry if the camera shook just now, my bad. Guys, it's really slowing down. It's starting to slow down. Guys, we might have to turn this into an ASMR stream. No, okay. Imagine if I was like, think that's what they do. They tap on stuff. I don't know. Listen, it is storming outside, and then maybe I could put in the background like a storm music. Don't make fun of me. I just laugh at my own self. Okay. Anyways, let me know if you want me to do an ASMR stream. No, I'm just kidding. I would never do that. It's a little bit weird. This is the most active that we're going to see right now in a camera, to be honest, because we only have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. I don't even think that either one of them is in Missouri. No, one of them is in the panhandle of Texas, and the other one's also in the panhandle of Texas. So Missouri, this is what you got. Storms moving through, causing some flooding. But so far, not many alerts in effect. And while we have this up, I'm going to do my little thing where I'm going to try to sell myself a little bit. Listen, if you don't know who I am, I'm a meteorologist. I worked on TV news for 7 years. Now I don't work on news anymore, so I'm 100% free to be my complete self, okay? We made this weather channel so we can talk about all things weather. Obviously, I'm a smaller channel, so let's say once something comes along, I can give you your forecast for your area. I'll be able to answer it because I'm looking at the chat. It's easier for me to see what's going on in the chat. But anyways, we like to have fun here. Okay, like I mentioned before, we roast people in the chat if they're being disrespectful or saying anything crazy. We talk about Chick-fil-A randomly. I love Chick-fil-A. We have fun here. So if you like to have fun, there's not gonna be a robotic weather stream. I'm gonna give you the information that you guys need. I am a meteorologist, like I mentioned. And we will have fun. So make sure that you do subscribe. Okay? On this wonderful Friday night. Because right now we're only 8 subscribers away from 2,870. Okay? My friend, let's see. He's telling me about the new flash flood. No, I don't see anything yet. Once it comes on the screen, I gotcha. I don't know when you put that. You put that just now or later? There's a lot of flash flood warnings in effect. But in terms of the ones that were just issued, I already went over it because it's this one that's on my screen over here, which is why I'm showing that camera. But thank you so much, Eater of Worlds, 6523. All right, guys. We've been live for 2 hours and a half. Things are starting to slow down just a little bit on this Friday night. Ooh, our St. Louis camera has decided to exit the building. Let me see. Interact. The hell, dude? I don't even remember what camera I selected. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? I'm trying to fix. There you go. I like this camera. It's kind of cool. Okie smoky. You guys, I don't know if there's much else to talk about other than the severe weather threat coming up for the next few days, so we can maybe talk about that really quickly before we go to bed. That way I leave you guys with at least some sort of information. Okay, into the rest of tonight, the severe weather threat, according to the Storm Prediction Center, is going to continue for this entire area. Okay, from Illinois into Missouri, into Arkansas, Texas, and even into New Mexico. Now, we do have a chance of seeing an isolated tornado for this area. Supposedly, we haven't seen a tornado warning in a while, and we've barely seen any tornado warnings yet. But, well, not yet, but we've barely seen any today. But anywho, from St. Louis into Rolla, into Jonesboro, Poplar Bluff, Cape Girardeau as well, we will maintain that risk of seeing some isolated tornadoes according to the Storm Prediction Center. Now, over here, and I'm going to back up, we don't have the hail risk in here, but we do have the risk of seeing some large hail, 1 inch in diameter, 5% chance of that in portions of New Mexico, and into portions of, I believe that's Colorado, to include Trinidad there. I don't know what you're talking about, my friend. I feel like some people are drunk on YouTube and they just come on the chat. I don't know. Alrighty. Now over here, the strong wind risk is going to continue. So winds over 60 miles per hour are going to be possible within this entire area from Illinois into places, for example, like Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and even into New Mexico as well, over 60 miles per hour with the storms that we're seeing right now. Now, with that being said, as we head into this would be tomorrow, we're going to continue with a severe weather threat for this entire area here. So this would be for Indiana, into Ohio, into Kentucky, and into Tennessee. Also Alabama too. We're maintaining a marginal to slight risk, so levels 1 and 2 out of 5 of potentially seeing some severe storms. Okay, and then even on Sunday, the severe weather risk is going to continue, but it pushes further towards the east here to include places, for example, like Pennsylvania, like Ohio, into Kentucky, the Carolinas, and even Georgia. Now, we do have some alerts in effect right now. I'll very quickly show that to you guys. We have some severe watches right now. They're still maintaining the tornado watch, even though we've barely seen any tornado warnings here. So we still have that tornado watch that is going to continue to be in effect in portions of Missouri until 11 p.m. for a couple of tornadoes, 1-inch hail, and 70-mile-per-hour winds. If we go ahead and take a look at the live cam that we have right now, lots of lightning activity on this camera. That's from Missouri on the I-44 where we're seeing a flash flood warning right now. So that's another risk that we're going to continue to have. We're talking about the risk of seeing some flash flooding as well as we head into the overnight, which I can show you very quickly here. So this is going to be for the rest of tonight, apparently. I'm going to bring you over here. Okay, flood risk as the storms continue into the overnight hours over here into New Mexico, Texas, Colorado, and obviously where we're seeing all that activity right now. Now for tomorrow, that's going to push a little bit further towards the east here. It's going to continue in Texas and New Mexico. And then even on Sunday, the risk is going to continue as the storms continue towards the east. All right. So flood risk there. Now let's bring up very quickly. We'll talk about the future radar so we can talk about what we're expecting over the next couple of hours here. Let me go ahead and load up the model so that we can talk about it. We'll go with, okay, let's call it the next 60 hours here. Okay, it's loaded up, so we're good. Thank God. I don't have to wait for this. Let me zoom in. You'll see the time up here. And just for reference here, and by the way, you guys, please make sure that you do subscribe. Okay. Let's bring this up really quickly. So I'm going to turn on the severe weather threat, and then we'll overlay the storms that are coming into the rest of tonight over this area. Right now it's 9 p.m. So let's fast forward right around there. Okay. So as the storms continue, in terms of the severe storms over here, we're talking about into the overnight from now until, let's say, 1 or 2 a.m. in Arkansas, potentially seeing storms, and into the overnight, the panhandle area of Texas into portions of eastern New Mexico, they're going to continue to see storms at least until tomorrow morning. Okay. I'm going to back up for my people over here in the Great Lakes and for areas further towards the north. Yeah, Minnesota, you're going to still have that rain until tonight. Then it's going to be, well, it's going to continue to be Wisconsin, right? But we're not necessarily expecting severe storms for you. Now, if I go ahead and turn on tomorrow, okay, let me back up here. The severe weather threat is going to be right in here. So we'll zoom in. The main severe threat for today is going to be right in here. And let me push forward into time. So initially in the morning, here, we'll see some storms by 5 a.m. hitting this area initially, right? But it's not going to be anything crazy strong. I'm thinking in the afternoon, that's where we'll start to see some storms pop up that could be of the severe variety, as you can see here, with this line of storms moving quickly towards the east, late afternoon into evening. And then even as we head into Sunday, we're talking about storms. So initially some storms in the morning, but then in the afternoon, so this would be around 5-6 p.m. Eastern time, this will quickly move towards the east with the storms here, and the threat is marginal to continue to see some severe weather. Wow, there's a lot of lightning in this camera, by the way. Thank you guys so much for getting me here. Thank you for all the subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Okay. This is awesome, you guys. Thank you for subscribing. So that's what we're expecting, you guys. Severe storms over the next few days. Right now, no more alerts that have been issued in a while. Yeah, since 8:50. What time is it now? 9:08. The last severe storm warning was at 8:30. The best thing I can show you guys is this. All the lightning going on in Missouri right now. With all of that activity. It's like a lightning show over here in Missouri. Okay. Now listen, we are only 9 subscribers away from 2,870. If you guys could help me out with that, I would love you forever and ever and ever. But if you don't, it's okay. Like I mentioned, I'm normally way more put together than this, but it is what it is. Alrighty, guys. To be honest with you, I think I'm gonna log off. Please make sure that you do subscribe in case if we do go live over the weekend. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next stream and or video. Have a great night. Have a great weekend.